In this episode, because I'm moving, I'm going to start putting the grill and the lights back in. I'm going to fix some of the window rails on the rear doors, and I'm going to be testing out some Rare Spares door clips on one of the door trims to see how well they work. Let's go. Alright, so one of the things I noticed that I did need was the window channel tracks. So I had to buy a set of these. This is a bunch of 4, I guess, front and back. They're second hand. From the, I think it was Grand Tourer in Melbourne. Because one of my doors is actually missing one completely. So the window's actually the back door. The window's just sitting on the little roller. There's a little roller that rolls through here. So I bought a set of 4. You never know if you're going to need some more. Let's have a look at the door on this side. I'm just trying to figure out, I think these here, if we have another bit of a look. Some of these are longer, so we can get in on that. You can see some of these are longer. Now I don't know if it's the front or the back ones that are longer. I'm assuming the front ones would be, if I had to take a guess. But I'm going to check that out on this back door now. Let's have a look at that. I'm going to start to wind this down. Let's see, make sure you can see that there. So you can see the window is sitting here. But what you can also notice is it comes out. There's the bottom of the glass there. And it just keeps coming out. So I want to fix that. There is a rubber here. So I've actually got some replacement rubbers as well from the Grand Tourer. And then I need to replace this on the other back door because it's missing this altogether, and the glass is basically just sitting on this little roller. So yeah, I had to buy a whole set just because of that. So anyway, that's what happens. I'll have a couple of spares then, because I think with these old Falcons it's always good if you've got a few spares, because you never know if you're going to need them. All right, now I've had a bit of a look at this. I think this is the back ones, and the back ones are the longer ones. And obviously they've got that curve, which if we line it up to a door here, if you line it up to the door, it follows the contour of the door. So you can see that makes a lot more sense than a straight one. And if we look at a driver's door, obviously it's just a straight edge. So I'm going for, this is for the back door on this side, on the passenger side. But what I am going to do first, there's a little bit of rust and that in there, so I'm just going to clean that up and then put a rubber in, which I've got the rubbers for these as well. So here's one of the rubbers that come with it. Well, I ordered these extra, so that obviously fit in there. We'll give that a go. And I also have a tube of this 227 premium car body sealant Sikaflex, which I've heard is what's recommended for maybe putting inside the rubber here to keep the window in there. So yeah, anyway, let's keep cracking on. All right, so I've got this one out. You can see I've just sat the glass on the little roller there just to keep it from falling down, and that's basically what's happened on the other side, which is why I have to buy these. But let's have a look at the rail that I had and the rubber. All right, so this is my rail that was in there. And it actually looks pretty clean. There's a few little spots in there. It looks like they had maybe like some little glue or some sort of silicone or something just to keep the rubber from coming out. If you look at the bottom here, that's what I'm thinking's happened there. This is actually, so you can see the spots here where they were, and there was this, looks like some sort of double-sided tape that was sitting in there. So I don't know if that was a factory thing or something someone else did along the line. Not really sure. So anyway, I'll cut the new one to this length. So I'll cut the new one to this length and we'll stick that in there and we'll see how we get on. Alright, so I've got the rubber on here. Now I haven't stuck that in with anything, I've just pushed that in by hand. It's actually in there pretty tight, so I think it'll be okay. And I haven't put any Sikaflexer in here. I'm going to see if I can try and do it without anything and see how it grips the window, and if it doesn't, well, I'll take it back out and try it again. But I've cut it off the end here, so there's a little bit of an end. And I just use these here, which are Crescent Swiss cutters, titanium coated, which I think I just got from Bunnings. Anyway, just give it a go. Alright, so one of the challenges with the back door and fixing that roller arm with the new window guide is I'm not really sure how to get that window out. So I probably could disassemble quite a bit. Now I do have a book. It's this book here. And quite frankly, I don't think it's that great. I think I paid about $60 something for this. It's 1966 to 72. And look, it does a very, in my opinion, average job of giving you the details you need. There's not a huge amount of detail. It does have some pictures. So if we flick over to where it talks about the rear door, there is some pictures here, but I don't know, because I think it goes from 67 to 72 or whatever it is. Some of the doors aren't exactly the same. It's not always that clear to be able to find it. It's very generic, like it's pretty obvious what some of these things are. So there's not a lot of specifics, and there's not a lot of detail in, you know, the components and how, you know, the order to take them out. So it's very basic. It's kind of useless in some ways. So I've bought another book and I'm going to wait for that to come before a proper Ford XW manual off eBay. A couple $100 for one of those. And yeah, I'll wait till that comes and then I'll have a better idea of how I want to go about taking that window out. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, one of the other things I wanted to do was just clean up these brackets that hold the grill on. You can see, here's one I've already done. Now it's not perfect, but definitely a lot better than what it was. Looks quite neat and tidy, and that'll actually look good. So I just put some undercoat on and some satin black. Here's another one I'm just cleaning up on the other side. You can kind of get an idea of that black inside. That was really disgusting actually. So I'm just cleaning this one up. Still got a bit of work to do to get all this paint off it, and then I'll spray this one. Then I actually had it over here, and this was just absolutely disgusting. So I've ended up just stripping this, and ideally I'd want to get rid of all these pits, but to be honest, it's all going to be redone anyway. This is just a temporary fix, so I'm just going to spray it with some undercoat and then some matte black, at least so the brackets and stuff will look nice and neat, and we'll just stick this back on. So anyway, let's crack on. Alright, so I've finished painting these. They came out alright, good enough for what I need to do. I mean, they look a lot better than what was there. Yeah, now I'm working on not the bonnet clip, but the other piece. Where's that? Alrighty, it might be a bit hard to see it on here, but this is the assembly that puts your bonnet clip onto it. You can see it's pretty dirty, so I'm really just going to wire wheel this off. I'm definitely not going to try and take all the paint off this. I'm really more interested in cleaning up the back of this because this is pretty gross. And I'll just probably wire wheel it. I'm not going to take it all back to bare metal. I think I'll just clean it up the best I can, and maybe I'm not sure if I'll spray the bottom bit, but this top bit, and then I might look at trying to do the bonnet thing as well. If I get over here, I've just got this bit here, so this is kind of how every piece was. It's got this ugly black paint on it, so you can kind of see how this looks now. This is just the satin black. Yeah, looking much better, and I just kind of want to get it all to this kind of thing here, even just for a little while until eventually I get around to respraying the whole car. But for now, this is much tidier than say what it looks like right now. Alright, so this is about as far as I'm going to go with this. I've cleaned up the back part. You basically see that the rest of this here will be covered up by the actual clip. And this here I've just got to clean up a bit. I'm going to put a bit of rust converter in there, or killer, whatever it is, that gel I've got. But I'm just going to get this painted. I've also got the back done. You know, ideally this is not how I would do it, just because I'm trying to get the front back together, the grill and everything back on for moving, but really I'd probably want to get these sandblasted and done properly. But look, this is a good interim solution just to make it look a bit neat and tidy. So yeah, this is just a temporary thing. Anyway, let's keep cracking on. All right, so you've seen I've done these and I've just painted the top part of this. It doesn't look the best. I mean, I didn't really paint the inside here because that's going to be covered up by the latch anyway. And as I said, I'm really just trying to make this neat. So there's more of this top bit, which looks okay. And the back, that was just looked like crap before. So I just want to make it nice and clean because it was pretty disgusting the way it was. I've kept the rest. I just put a little bit of paint on that. Just, you know, get rid of some of the overspray that was there. Just so it's not that noticeable, but all this stuff's got to be redone anyway. So I'm going to stick that back on. At least that'll kind of look okay. And then I've got these, which I ran out of time to put these on. And I'll probably, yeah, just paint these bolts or something. I don't know. I think I'll just paint them black. And yeah, that'll do for now. All right, so that's looking just tidier. I mean, obviously, this is just an interim fix. This whole front all needs to be resprayed, but you know, that's something we'll do as we get further into the build. But just for now, just to keep things a bit tidier, I just hated the way this looked before. This obviously looks a lot neater than what it was. This was kind of, had a bit of a, you know, it was all chipping off. It just looked crap. So I just wanted to make it look a bit neater, and then this looked terrible. So I just wanted to get that in there. So yeah, anyway, you can see down here, there's still a lot of cleaning to do. It's pretty dirty down there. So far from done, but this is, you know, somewhere to start. And you can see how disgusting this was, the paint on this. So I'm just going to sit back in here. A lot of that you won't see. But yeah, that'll do for now anyway. So yeah, there we go. All right, so I've got most of that grill and stuff on. There's a few bits that don't really fit properly as the way I remember them. So I'm probably going to buy a few bits and pieces to actually fit the grill on properly. I haven't done the center insert, but the main metal bit's all done. So I did also plug the original lights in. Unfortunately, they ran for about 5 seconds, and then they a bunch of sort of like smoke inside the sealed beam went through there, and they turned off, so they're probably blown, I would say. Now, they were working when I originally turned them off, and they were working just shortly, so not really sure why they blew up, but I'm probably going to replace these with an LED. Just a matter of now which one. So there's an extra $400 if I go with LEDs, or I could replace them with another sealed beam. So I think that's all I'm really going to get done, really, this weekend, until I get some more parts. All right, I had a few extra bits come today. I did decide to get some door clips. These are all from Rare Spares, obviously. Yeah, because I noticed mine's missing a few. I'm not sure what that other bit's for, but we'll see. Never really seen those other ones. But I know these ones here will go in the door trims, because I'm missing a few of those. I'm trying these ones out. So these are the clear ones. Because the ones I've got currently, yeah, they don't fit, and we would have seen that on a previous video. And I got one of these door switches for the passenger door because it's missing one and it's just tied off. So thought I'd get that and give it a go. All right, so these ones actually fit, obviously on a Falcon 500. They're just clear. Personally, I think they look a bit strange. Now, I don't know if that's how they were from the factory, but you know, it works. It'll do for now. I really like the Fairmont or the GT interior, but yeah, anyway, this will do for now. So I'm happy that these just fit in there and just tidies the car up a little bit. Still got to replace all the felts and whatever in here, but that's something we'll get to. All right, so I tested out the door clips, which kind of look like this. So they're a two-piece clip. One is a little plastic insert, and one is the bit that goes on the back of the door trim. And you fit them onto the back of your door trim, and then obviously just plug them, or one goes into the holes in the door, The other one goes into your door trim, and you fit the two together and you basically push it on. So they're actually much better. I'll give you a quick look at how it looked over here. And what I found is it's nice and firm now, where the inserts were actually missing. So this is all going to come back off, but the inserts inside the door were missing. So the actual trim was quite loose. Plus quite a few of those white clips were broken. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. But one of those bags from Rare Spares just does one door. You do have a few extras. So but yeah, I'm pretty happy with them. I'm going to buy some more and make sure that the doors clip on properly, or the door trims. Yeah, anyway, this is going to come back off so I can work on the rest of the door. I'm going to get done for this weekend. Weekend's over and it's back to another week's worth of work, and maybe I'll get some time in over the week to just, you know, keep continuing on with this, but that's about all I can get done this weekend. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's nothing super exciting, but we're chipping away slowly. And anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.